If you have ever tried soloing in the major key and thought, why does this feel so awkward, you are not alone. Over the years I've seen tons of intermediate players hit this exact wall. They know the major pentatonic, they have practiced all 5 positions, but when it's time to actually make music with it, nothing seems to work. The phrasing feels clunky and the licks sound flat. And the whole thing ends up sounding like a scale exercise. But here is the good news. You don't need to throw out the major pentatonic, you just need a better way to practice it. So in this video I'll show you exactly how to stop sounding scaly and start turning your major pentatonic shapes into real expressive solos. Quick heads up, there's a free PDF that goes along with this lesson. It includes all the diagrams you'll see in this video, so if you want to follow along or review later, you'll find it linked in the description. Now here is where things usually go wrong. Most guitarists are taught to learn all 5 shapes of the major pentatonic scale. And the idea is, first you memorize the entire fretboard and then you turn those shapes into music. But that's exactly where the struggle begins. Because now you are expected to develop phrasing in 5 completely different shapes. And they are not exactly friendly. Even if you come up with something nice in one position, you can't just copy and paste that idea into the next one. It's like starting from scratch every time you shift position. I remember looping a simple A7 chord and feeling like, oh, I can do something musical here. But as soon as I slid into the second shape, everything fell apart. I was not able to create any good phrase in this position. The notes here are all in the wrong places, at least for me. And it always felt like someone had deliberately scattered them around just to make phrasing impossible. But I think there is a better way how to go about this. This 5-shape system is just way more complicated than it needs to be. Because you can cover the entire fretboard using just 2 simple shapes. It's faster, it's more musical, and it actually helps you build phrasing that works everywhere on neck. So let me show you what I mean. Now when it comes to major pentatonic scale, there are really only 2 ways how to play it. So if we are in A, either we start with our index finger on the root, so that's 5th fret of E string, and then we go to the right side, and that's what I call the R shape, or we start with our ring finger or pinky on the root, and then we go to the left side, and that's obviously what I call the L shape. And honestly, that's all you need. No 5-shape memorization, just 2 simple shapes. Now there's one little thing that might trip you up at first, and that's what happens when you cross the B string. Because of how the guitar is tuned, you need to shift your fingering by 1 fret to the right when you hit the B string. So let's say I am playing the R shape starting on the D string. If I play it exactly the same as before when starting on E string, listen to this. So this was the original shape. And if I repeat it right here, starting on A but on D string, you see, it's off, it's not the major pentatonic anymore. So I have to fix it, and it's easy to fix because whatever I played on the B string, I just have to move it 1 fret to the right. So I do this, and boom, you are back in tune. And same go for L shape. If I start on low E, it looks like this. But again, if I start on D string, I have to adjust it once I cross the B string. So it looks like this. You see? It looked like this here. And now it looks like this. Now I know that might feel like extra work at first, but give it a week and it will feel automatic. And honestly, there's a hidden bonus. That tiny adjustment actually helps you understand the fretboard better. You are not just memorizing shapes, you are uncovering how the instrument really works. Now, I'm not going to walk you through every single position across the neck, because that would just be me showing you the same 2 shapes in different places. Instead, you can download the free PDF below to see all the shapes laid out clearly, so you can reference them anytime. If you give this system a bit of time, you start to see just how powerful it is and how easy it becomes to apply it anywhere on the fretboard. At this point, all you need to do is start turning these shapes into music. But here's where things get interesting. Technically, both the L shape and R shape give you the same notes. It is the same scale in the end, right? But when you try to make music with them, there's a big difference. Every time I played in L shape, it just worked. You've got all these nice blues phrases here. You've got Hendrix double stops here. And you can even throw in some bluegrass. But the moment I tried to play some of the sounds out of the R shape, I was out of luck. There was nothing there. Nothing worked here, right? It just feels absolutely stiff and uninspiring to play in this position. But then one day it hit me. Every time I was playing in the R shape, there was one spot that actually did feel musical, and it was the B string. And that was the spot where things finally started to sound good. And I thought, why is that? And then I realized, when I am in this position, I'm not playing the major third on the 9th fret of high E string directly, but I'm either sliding or bending up to it. And that changes everything. It's the same thing John Mayer does at the beginning of Gravity, which is in G, but it's the same shape, right? Suddenly, the shape starts to sing. It doesn't feel so robotic anymore. And once you land on that major third, the 5th and 6th of the scale are sitting right there, perfectly placed for phrasing. And now the whole shape opens up, and what's cool is that you can now connect it smoothly to the L shape. So here I am in the R shape. Nice, right? And here is the best part. You can apply this exact idea to any R shape anywhere on the fretboard. Let's say I want to play up here starting on the low E string. If I stick to the textbook version of the R shape, it is kind of impossible to play something musical here. But if I slide into that third and build from there, it kind of plays itself. That one shift completely transforms your phrasing. You go from who the hell designed this shape to wait, this is actually kind of easy. And now you can start sounding musical in major keys no matter where you are on the neck. All you need to do is memorize these two shapes and know how to use them. So if this lesson helped you to see the major pentatonic in a simpler and more elegant way, go grab the free PDF that's linked in the description, and it lays out both shapes across the neck so you can practice them anywhere. And if you want to go even deeper and finally see the fretboard like good players do, check out this video next. It gives you a full step-by-step roadmap to visualizing all the scales and chords across the neck. I wish I had this system years ago, it would have saved me so much frustration. Now it's yours.